Welcome everyone, and thanks for signing up for my website planning workshop. I'm Stephanie, your host today, and I will guide you through your website checklist and website planning for today. So before I begin, I would like to introduce myself. I am the founder and designer behind Style Web Design, and I am a proud single mom to this girl, Haley. She's 4 years old, and I'm originally from the Philippines, and I've been living in New Zealand for 6 years now. My corporate background is in banking, and I've changed career to fashion styling and now to brand and web styling. So I began my business journey in September 2019 after I got separated and became a single mom. And now I am on a mission to help other women and empower other women look good online through brand and website styling. So let's get started. So I just want to give you a quick overview on what this workshop is going to be. So first is to guide you through your website checklist. What are the things that you need to tick off to launch that website? And the second thing that you can expect from this workshop is visual website planning. So that means I am going to show you an actual design on Canva where we can play around in this workshop. So we can organize your content based on your content, on your branding. And the third aspect that I want to discuss today is writing your copy. I'm going to guide you through what exactly to put on your website content. So if you're really just getting started and have no idea what to put on your website, this is a perfect workshop for you to be in to learn all these things for your website launch. And lastly is to kind of like give you an idea where to build your website. So let's get started with number one. So what do you really need to tick off first? I mean, what is the first thing that you have to be investing in when you want to build your website? So the number one recommendation I would recommend is starting with branding. So branding is the process to come up or create a brand. So whether you are an agency or a personal brand, this is the process to get to your brand identity. So your brand identity is how you want to be seen by people, by your audience, by your target market. Whereas a brand image is something that they view about you. So success of a website heavily relies on a strong foundation. So it's the same is true with building a house. So before you build a house, you have to kind of like plan how many rooms do you want, how many kids you're gonna have for this house, what is it for? Is it for your own home or for commercial? Like, are you gonna be renting it out for Airbnb or something? So let's go through questions that you need to ask when branding. So the most important thing that you need to be asking yourself is, who is your ideal client? This is in terms of age, gender, personality, income, and many other aspects. So, and after that, okay, let me just give you a brief reason why you need to identify who is your ideal client. First thing is so you know how to talk to them. Second one is so you know how to attract them through your branding visuals. Third one is so you know how to market to them. Like, where will you be finding them? Are they going to be on Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media channels? So that is the reason why you need to know. And another one is you have to know what do they want to achieve. And at the same time, you have to know their struggles and pain points. So if you know their struggles and goals, or what they want to achieve, you can bridge that gap by offering your services to them, or your solution to their problem, to get them to where they want to be, right? And other than that, there's also brand pillars that you have to work on, like what is your brand purpose? Why does your business exist, right? What is it about your service that could help your ideal client's problem? How does it benefit them, right? And the next one is brand values. what do you want your audience to know you for? Like for me, I want to be known for, I want to be creating freedom in my business. That's why I'm creating my online business so I don't have to work full time for the rest of my life. I want to create that impact and at the same time a freedom for myself to earn money passively and yeah, create the freedom that I want because I'm a mom. I don't want to be working and full time all the time working for someone else, something like that. Like that's something that they want to know you for. So in terms of brand personality, what is your brand's voice? What's your tone of voice? Is it friendly, elegant, fun, or what's the kind of vibe that you want to create for your audience? Like, is it like that energetic vibe, or is it something like elegant vibe? And all those things really, really are important for you to be asking yourself. So let's get to the visual part, the fun part. So let's get onto the brand visuals. So if you don't have or don't want to invest on a brand designer at this point, my first tip, my biggest tip would be to kind of like describe your brand personality and vibe using 3 to 5 adjectives. I've given some examples in here. You can also Google the rest, what you want it to be. So do not exceed more than 5, otherwise you're gonna get confused and it's gonna be hard to kind of like pull out some visual elements to represent these adjectives. So once you come up with 3, this is what it's like. You are gonna be pulling out the photos and fonts or visual elements to kind of like represent these descriptions that you've just described your brand to be. So for my brand, I want it to be elegant, classic, and feminine. And if you want it to be luxurious or something, then you can do it. So what does it look like? It's like this. This is just for you to visualize. So if your brand words like this, and on the right side, that's your website design. So in this example, it's a classic and luxury and bold. So another example is bold, feminine, and chic. So, you know, it's the same layout, but it's just different kind of colors. You could also make this fun and stuff. I just changed the colors, but it has different kind of vibe that feels also luxurious. It's more like feminine and chic. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'll show you how it's gonna apply on the visual website planner that I created. This is a Canva website template. It's a 4-page design that you can just use to plan your website. So you don't have to worry about the design, you just have to worry about your content. So this is what it's like in Canva. For you to change this branding, you can just go ahead to your brand kit in Canva. There should be like a brand kit in here. So that's a shake. So let's just do main kit here. So if you want to be the pink one, let's just use this one. So it's a pink shade. You can just you can change these ones there. I'm just gonna remove my face so it's not distracting. I hope it's not too distracting. You can, I'll show you in Canva. How to create that brand kit is you have to be using Pro to be able to create a brand kit and add the name of your kit. So let's just create, and then you are gonna go ahead and add some colors here, add and discover palettes as well. So you could be using any of these or purchase some brand board kits from my shop as well. So for example, you wanted the pink and green or something, you can use any of these actually. Not that ice cream. So just for an example, we can just use any of this here and delete that one. So that's how you create a brand kit on Canva. So the next one, going back to this one, brand photos. The reason why you need brand photos before you go ahead and find a designer is so you've done your branding. Your brand guide is a guide for you to tell how to pick photos for your website. So you can either choose custom photos or stock photos for your website. And there's a lot of places to find these stock photos like Canva, Unsplash, and Hot Stock, Style Stock, CS Society for Women. And there is so many other places. And my advice is to, if you're wanting to show up as a personal brand, then you want to be using custom photos mixed with some stock photos. So it's not all. So this is what it's like. So if your brand guide is on the left like this, then you want to be picking some photos that also matches your branding. So it's gold, whites, and golds, and including your face as well. So what's that like again is for the pink one, you're going to be using pinks, and black. So that's what it's like. So yeah, are you supposed to be using stock or custom photos? It depends, right? So if you wanna feel like a generic website, then go ahead and use stock photos that other people are probably using, or you could also use your own photos and invest on a photographer to create your custom photos. So these are the other source where to source stock photos. My favorite is the hot stock. Okay, so now I am gonna walk you through how to pick photos for your website. Because I already have my own branding, I am just gonna show you how to pick photos for your website. Since your homepage is your storefront, you want to make sure that the first photo that you want to add in your website, I would love to use this, but it's red, but we could use that. You can just change the brand color. We just have to flip that. Make sure that you are using it like that. So for example, if we are going for black and red, then we could be using that. I don't really recommend flipping it because that's not my good side. But for this example, I don't want to cover this text there. So that's how you do it in Canva. And for the rest, for example, let's see, what else do I have here? So I could use that for my about page, or even that one probably. And then for services, I could be using red stock photos, but I don't really have much. I could be probably adding here branding. So yeah, if you want it red and pink, you can just be using anything else here. So if you don't have these personal photos, you could also be using some stock photos. So again, if you're using Canva Pro, they have stock photos ready here. You just go to stock photos and search by, let's just say, pink desktop, and then some stock photos do come up, and then you just drag them like that. And maybe that one, I like that one, and then flip it again so the thing is readable. And what else are we going to be using? So for services, you could be adding that and something else. But for your photo, please put your own photo there. So if we're going for stock photo, you could be using something that is showing your best self, right? You have to be smiling and putting out your best self. So probably that one, if you're going to support that I Love Rosé or something, you could add it like that. And call to action sections, you could be also using another one like that. So there you go. Easy. Like with this template, you can just narrow down what photos you actually need for your website, and you can always change it along the way. And that's it for the photos. Okay, and for the next one is copy and offers. So I'm also going to be walking you through how to write what exactly to put on your website copy. Using that, we're going to go back again to that visual planner and go back to the home page. I have created notes in here. So by the way, if you purchase this template, you are also going to get these notes on the side, so you can access that, and you click on that notes, you get this prompt. At the same time, you also get prompts from here. I'm just using this for as a demo, but of course the template's not going to be looking like this. So anyway, your homepage has sections, so I want to section each according to each section. So the first section is the hero section. This is the first thing that they can see the land on. This includes your brand cover image. So you want to make sure that the photo you put in here supports your value proposition. Again, you want to think of your value proposition and support that with an image. So for example, your value proposition is, of course, a guide. So we just put that one. But if you put something like you want to make it a personalized one. So for me, what I do is stylish branding for girl bosses, for example. I want to stick to that. Then if I want to do that, then I want to support that with, as a personal brand, what I could be putting, for example, is something of me doing the mood board. Could either be like that, but it's too busy. That's the problem there. But with this design, I could easily add a block to make my text readable. So if I want to change the color of that one, I just go ahead and change it to white, and the transparency adjust it to 80, for example, or 90. For gold bosses. Could also make it like that and change it a bit, tweak it a bit until I go for the desired length or something. Maybe I'll just change the size to 55. So if you see what I mean, is that it gets like that. Or I don't have to do that and just change the photos of me. For example, for the pink one, I could also be, it's just me with like this, and then flip it like that, and then adjust it like that. See, that's how you can plan your content. So again, you have to come up with a copy. This is as a designer, this is so important. Copy comes first before the design, but some copywriters need the design first before they can come up with things. But anyway, that's what I believe, that the photos and the design should support your brand message. So yeah, and then this is now called the pain point section. So how to write a pain point section is, it's like, how are you selling, if you, without the pain point section, how would they realize that they need your services if you don't pinpoint it to them, right? So before you offer your services, you kind of like have to pinpoint what is wrong with them. I mean, what is it that is they're struggling at the moment, right? So that is, and then you have to agitate them. What happens if they don't take action? And then offer your solution by adding your services section, right? So your heading here has to is what does it look like? It's like you can grow your social media presence without the grind. So you could do it like that. And then are you constantly running out of time and stuff? Yeah, I'm not a copywriter, but I'm just giving you how you could write your content based on the prompts in here. So now you can offer your services. What's your first service? And then give an intro about this offer and how it helps them. So that's the service offer number 2. And the next one is your call to action section. It could be a freebie, or it could be a free consultation, a free discovery call. And then after that, now it's time to introduce yourself. You put your name in here. I'm Jeffany, and then I am a stylist for women. I used to be. You can a quick intro about you, like what is it about you that made you do what you do? And then another call to action section, of course, your footer. For your footer section has to have your navigation, your submark, and your social media links. You can add your social media links here as well. So moving on. Am I still recording? Okay, I hope. Anyway, moving on to about page. I don't know where to put my face. I should probably just remove my face. Okay. So on your about page, you can be starting with this heading. You could either change it to meet the stylist, meet your instructor, meet your teacher, meet your the woman behind the brand or about the brand. And then this is the chance to be introducing yourself. And the main thing is your why. You have to be sharing why, what made you do what you do. And then share your transformation story. How did you get to where you were? And share, like, create that connection, you know, like you can say, I used to be like this person like you, and now I want to be sharing how I did it. And yeah, something like that. Like, that's why I'm creating this workshop as well, because when I started with my website, I was also struggling how to get started, and this is why I want to help you ease out the overwhelm. Okay. And share relatable facts about you. Do you have a daughter? You have a puppy? Are you a writer? What else do you do aside from, designing or whatever you do? So they could connect with you. So usually, or a lot of people, your about page is a great selling page of your website, because this is where the connection happens. So if they feel connected to you with your brand values and personal life, could be personal life or brand story, then they would want to work with you. This is very true for service providers. So add a section where why they should work with you, and the services. You have to list also how you could help them in your about page. And of course, important as well is your testimonial section. What are other people saying? What is it like to work with you based from your previous clients? So the next page is your services page. And in your hero section, you want to be putting your pitch in here. What's in it for them? What is it like? So example, heading pitch is marketing done for you. And for you. So you could just add it there, marketing done for you, and then create a subheading to do that. Stop grinding. Like you put the, the stop grinding, you're wasting time. I'm not really a copywriter, but it's that kind of idea. The next section is to kind of like a heading about your services that could go here. Introduce your offers in there, and then list your packages and add your pricing here if necessary. A lot of people are looking for your prices, so it doesn't hurt to give them your pricing, because for me it's so important as well, is if either I could afford. But of course, every job is different. If you're a service provider, sometimes it requires a custom code, because but it's nice to have like a base pricing for your services, so they know, and you don't waste your time admin and answering these not suitable inquiries. And lastly is to have the testimonials again and call to action heading. So what could it be? Examples of call to action headings is you could put, let me help you get noticed, and social media. If you were a social media manager, you could use that. Or you could also use, let's give your feed a makeover if you are like social media brand designer. Or let's give your brand and style it deserves. Like those kind of like pitches or heading, like slogans. And lastly, for about page, easy peasy, just a heading, get in touch, message us, free this book discovery call, or can add this form. Anyway, by the way, this is just design purposes. This is not fully functional. So could do that. This is just to design your website on Canva. Okay, so with the client love, you are just gonna be adding that as well. And a great section you could be adding on your contact page is your frequently asked questions. This is so important. So before they book you for a discovery call or something, then they find their answers to their questions right away. So that's a big thing. And another call to action section again, your footer section. And I think I've covered everything about writing a copy. And moving on to the next slide is your website design. So I've already shown you that website design. You can plan your website on Canva. You don't have to learn the fancy design tools that designers really use, like Figma, Sketch, or Adobe XD. So if you're already using Canva for your small business, I definitely recommend to check out my templates. I am running a limited time offer for these Canva templates for only $27 and you could have a 4-page website. And the best thing about them is that if you don't have a budget for a website developer or website designer to build your website, you can publish this as a scrolling website. I will show you in a quick way. So you go here and then click website, and you just have to choose either standard or a classic navigation for a multi-page website. So when you click it, this is what it's like. So it scrolls down like a website, and when you click other pages, it opens up another one. But the main navigation menu here is up here. So if you're using this, you can also just remove this logo, this header section, the black header section there. But then you won't be using your logo. You can also still just add logo in here. Anyway, after that website design, I want to run you through that's the high converting homepage anatomy, which I've also discussed earlier. So there's that hero section, pain point section, the services, the calls to action, about, testimonials. The testimonials and blog or portfolio section, those are the sections to build your credibility as well, and footer section. Okay, so like I said before, I have this limited offer. Normally it's $97. Now, if you register to my workshop, these website planners are now only 27 US dollars. So grab this massive deal. And yeah, I hope that this could really, really help you plan your website visually. So moving on is to choosing website platform. So again, if you did your branding and homework in the website content workbook that I have sent out to the people who subscribe, who registered to this workshop, you will get like, I'll just show you here as well. If I still have it. Maybe I don't have it anymore. So what that looks like is like a questionnaire. You kind of like have to know I can't find it right now, but you have to know your website purpose and goals. And before you choose a platform, you have to know what you want to do. That's the what you want to do. Are you going to be selling products? Are you going to be selling digital products, physical products? Are you going to be running online courses, or do you want an online platform? Because there are different website platforms, specific website platforms for those kind of functionalities you require. So, but if you don't really need, if you're starting out in business and as a service provider, and if you're a social media manager, the best platform to start with is Showit. This is a platform that I really advise if you don't want anything technical if you don't want to do any tech overwhelm, right? If you're not quite handy with technology, with the setup, because WordPress is quite tricky to set up if you're starting up. I design websites for my clients in WordPress, but I find Showit the easiest way to build a website. So what that looks like, I'm gonna show you a quick quick overview on what Showit looks like. So this is Showit. So those Canva templates that I've just shown you, I have built a matching or a corresponding Showit template for each one of them. The bold type, the classic pink. So this is what it looks like. So once you do this, you just change any photo like that and Viola. And you can just swap images like that. And the best part of this is that you can just drag the text anywhere you like on the canvas. So it's very, very handy. And for links, you just have to go to the click actions and add the URL here. And if you want it to open in a new window. So for example, that would be, you want them to go to the services page and you just do it like that. Do you want it to be open in a new window or not? So that's how handy this is. So if you've signed up to wait a second, design settings, you can also add your brand board here, your brand color palette in here. Just do it there and change it here and customize your font that you want to be, or you can choose a font or upload a font in here. You can choose a font name here. The free ones are the Google fonts, and if you want a custom font, you have to purchase them from Creative Market and make sure that you have license to have those ones. And yeah, in terms of publishing your site, you just go to site settings and you just have to get your domain name from GoDaddy and add it here. Or if you already have an existing one, just add it here and then click next. And after you do your domain, it just scans like this. So easy peasy, you have a beautiful website set up. And if you've joined my workshop, I have also, sorry, where is that? I am also gonna be launching my templates in February 21, and at a limited time offer of $395 US for this 4-page template. And the normal price is $495, and yeah, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars in the designer and save up and get this template, and you will be getting the brand board bonus, the matching brand board bonus, and video tutorials how to customize it. So I am just gonna create a recap. So what's your website checklist to create a website? So first one is your branding. Second are your brand photos. Third is your copy and your offers, and then your website design and the website platform. So I hope that you've learned so much from this workshop, and I hope to see you in the next workshops that I'm going to be running. Thank you everyone for joining me, and this is my website here, stylewebdesign.co.nz, and that's my email, and these are my social media handles. So once again, thank you for joining me today, and